Joining us on WHKY TV News this evening is State Senator Andy Wells, 42nd District. Thank you so much for joining us.
Rob, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
We're continuing to meet the candidates, and you've made the decision to run once again for a third term in the State Senate. What made you decide to run again?
Well, there are two-year terms, and being in the Senate the first term is mainly a learning experience. You can't do a whole lot. Nobody gets to do a whole lot, or actually is capable of doing a whole lot. So it takes 3 or 4 terms to get up and running.
So to get what you'd like to get done, yeah.
I've still got a pretty extensive agenda of things I'd like to do to help the Catawba area and the entire valley, but particularly my district, Catawba and Alexander counties. So I've still got my to-do list, and I'm still working through that.
Some of the things that you're proud of in your time in office thus far?
I was fortunate with my financial background. The leadership, the 2 years I was in the House and in the Senate, let me get very involved in the tax reform, the tax cuts, both the corporate and personal tax cuts that we did in the General Assembly. And I'm quite proud that we went from one of the highest tax states in the Southeast to the most competitive on both corporate and personal income taxes, and that we were able to raise what we call the zero bracket, or the standard deduction, to $20,000, which eliminates taxes below that amount for married filing jointly. I've been real happy to do that.
If you're reelected, what would you like to accomplish in the coming years?
We've still got a considerable amount of government bureaucracy that needs to be addressed. Things are not functioning well. I have blogged about that. We don't have a list of all the real estate we own in state government. That's unbelievable. We don't have a list of all the cars we own in state government. So we've got to get government functioning like business in that sense, effectively using technology. We're not doing that in the state of North Carolina.
And I've heard you speak of state parks. That's a passion for you, isn't it?
That is, we uncovered there's effectively a parks gap between the Charlotte area and the Raleigh area. So there's 6 million people a year visiting parks in Raleigh. There are 2 million a year visiting parks in the Charlotte area, and that's purely a function of a lack of parks in this area. Catawba County, Alexander counties could address that need.
Well, Andy Wells, thank you so much for coming in.
Well, happy to be here, Rob. Thank you.
Andy Wells, running for another seat, 42nd District, State Senate. And for WHKY TV News, I'm Rob Eastwood. Back to you, Ralph.